Welcome to my kitchen. My name is Lynn, and I'm going to be demonstrating today 2 soups from my cookbook, Plant-Based Recipes and Meal Options. The 2 soup recipes I'm going to show you are the creamy cashew potato soup on page 145 and the easy vegetable bean soup on page 130. I made the first one, the cashew potato soup, in a pot traditionally, and the other one I made in my Instant Pot. And I've been using my Instant Pot a lot more now, but you can do it either way. It works wonderful. So the first recipe has red potatoes. I like the red potatoes. You could use any kind of potatoes, but I like these because they cook very fast and they're just really creamy. So I put 2.5 cups of water in this pot, 1/2 cup of chopped onion, and 4 cups of unpeeled red potatoes cut into 1/2-inch pieces. And I cooked those brought to the boil and simmer them for about 30 minutes. So they're very soft. So this is hot. I can put it back on the stove to thicken it a little later if I want. So we're going to add the 1/2 cup of raw cashews. This is going to be the fat that is in it, the soup, which makes it really creamy. So I have had them soaking in 1/2 cup of water for about 5 minutes. I'm going to add that to the blender. Then I'm going to add 2 cups of this non-dairy unsweetened soy milk. You could use any unsweetened non-dairy milk. For this. And then I have 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast flakes, 2 tablespoons of whole wheat flour, onion powder, garlic powder, salt, and that is going to get all blended up. And then I add this to my soup. I would put this back on the stove in order to have it thicken. And I'm going to show you what I would do. It just takes a few minutes to have that flour, thicken it a bit. But I'm going to show you what I would do if I had done that. Then I would take my immersion blender and just lightly blend it. You can leave some of the potatoes chunky, or you could do this and then go thicken it and have it heat up. I don't mind the little pieces of peel. So if you then heat it and thicken it a little bit, you've got wonderful pieces of potato. It has a lot of flavor because it has the onions in it. You could make it as thick or as thin as you like. And it's really creamy and really good. You can put any kind of toppings on it. I just have some fresh parsley. You could put the parsley in and blend it in if you'd like. So that's the creamy potato, the cashew potato soup. So the second one, I like the Instant Pot because it makes things really easy. You just put it all in. And on the Instant Pot, it has a soup broth selection, and that's what I do. And it does it for it does about 30 minutes at about half pressure. So how I made this one is I added 2 cups of water. Let me push this back. I added 2 cups of water to my container. I added a can of diced tomatoes. Winco didn't have the no salt ones, but this is what I suggest. If you're going to use regular diced tomatoes, try and find the ones that are lowest in sodium. Some options that you can find, and Winco has these, is they have the diced organic fire roasted tomatoes, and they have ones if you like things really spicy with medium green chilies. In my recipe, I have salt at the end. You can just not use the salt if you want, and use the tomatoes that have the salt. So the next thing I have are some dark red kidney beans. I just drained them, and then I have garbanzo beans. So there's tomatoes, kidney beans, and garbanzo beans. And then I have 3/4 cup of small whole wheat shell pasta. This is the bulk section at Winco. There's little shells, or you can use, what I used was the little macaroni shaped ones. Then I put in, which is why this makes it really easy, a half a package of mixed vegetables. This one happens to be ones that they don't have the lima beans in them. But these are great to just have in the freezer and just throw in. This is just a really easy soup to pull together. And then I have onion powder, garlic powder, just an Italian herb blend, and a little bit of salt if you want to add that. The other option, you can make this gluten-free. There's many, these are red lentil rotini ones. There's a lot of different pastas that you could use. So I just put it on there. It just came out. It's really thick. This would be a really good soup on a cold day. You could add some of the things that I really like to add is maybe a little bit of the nutritional yeast on top. Some of the seasoning salts I like are this herbed sea salt. You can get that at natural grocers. And then Spike is another really good one. And then as far as other different soups, there's Trader Joe's organic vegetarian chili is really good as an alternative. It's really good. You could even start with something like this and add a lot more vegetables. There's Amy's soups, and read the labels because the sodium can vary and there's just a lot of different choices. So hopefully this was helpful, and we'll see you next time. Happy cooking.